test. It's government, isn't it? They need the information for the disability. Well, yeah, and then a couple of days after I had the blood test, got sent a COVID test kit. So I burnt it in front of all the neighbours in the front garden, because the guy had just come and knocked on the door and said there was a gas leak. And if I smell anything, I said, no, they only eat farts here, mate. Why do you want to smell them? And he started getting all antsy about it. Young guy doing 5G installation. Might have disturbed the gas pipe. Oh, have you? Okay. Looked across the road, there's a builder standing beside the hole smoking a cigarette. So I walked in the house and then got all the junk mail in the front compost. Put the COVID test kit on top of it. Set the whole lot on fire in front of them all. Well, of course they was. They was there to gauge my reaction to what had just been posted through my door. So all the neighbours were watching out the window as well. I've got no idea. I'm not interested in their fear games. But I've had a couple of messages. I've had a couple of messages left about got the results of your blood test. If you want to come in and talk. Oh really? What you found then? Yeah. So well, I know the fear game they played on my brother, don't I? I know the fear game they played on my brother, don't I? Because I did tell you in advance that they was going to target him, didn't I? Yeah, and was I right about that, Mother? Was I right about it? I was, wasn't I? So why are they doing it to me now? No, don't need to. Why do I need to have any fear implants in my brain?
You find it getting worse or something?
Oh, I need more medication in case it gets worse. What gets worse?
But, on the other hand, there might be nothing wrong at all, because until you go and find out, you won't know, really.
Well, exactly. Why do I need to know? Could be cancer, could be anything, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. So why do I need to know? Why do I need the extra fear and the worry? After they just tried to kill me. Yeah, the blood test, anyway, what they did was they didn't do it properly. Same surgery. Right? Couple of days later, I noticed a bruise about 4 inches up from the blood test mark.
Right.
Which means it was travelling up the main line to my heart. We all know about heart attacks, don't we? So what was they attempting to weaken? Well, that would be state attempted murder, wouldn't it? Royal Society of Doctors, sanctioned. Would it not? Got something stuck in your throat now?
No, I just haven't taken my anti-allergy spray.
All right.
Nasally this morning.
Yeah. Oh, you sure it's not what they've been telling you it might be?
Who's been telling me what?
Well, you know, you're the believer in the fear game, what they've been pushing.
Not really frightened of anything, Paul. I'm just sitting
Well, there you go.
as it comes. And that's all you can do.
Well, that's it. That's exactly it. So, I'm just having a nice quiet morning. Grandson asked about you this morning, asked if you was still about and that. I said, yeah. I said, we just fell out.
Oh, I didn't know we had.
What?
Fell out?
I was speaking about the grandson, he was asking about you.
Right. You said...
You remember Jaden, don't you?
Yeah. Oh, Jaden even.
Well, Jaden's, having done to me what I had done to me as a child.
Right, so you get to talk to him, that's nice then.
Well, the fact that he's overriding the medication is a bit like somebody else being medicated as a child, isn't it? And it not working. You see what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
Yep. So, he asked if he was about still, and anyway, I said, yeah, of course he is, we just, couldn't say any more than that, because I don't influence the children. You're still the grandparent, aren't you?
Yeah.
There you go. You have got his address and that, haven't you?
No.
No, nor have I. It's like trying to hide him from his father, isn't it?
Is he happy, Chappie? What does he say to you?
Well, he is now. He knows that he's not been forgotten about, and his family do actually love him, unlike he's been told.
Yeah. Well, when he gets old enough, he'll be able to come to you, won't he?
Well, that's it. Isn't it funny, though, how some ladies do the same thing in life, just to, it's my dolly, no one else's, that sort of mentality. Isn't it funny, that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it must be coming from the top of the tree, mustn't it? Maybe and I'll say this in the broadest sense of the word, the lady in the castle has been drinking the old maddening wine, and it's travelling through the rest of the hive, messing them all up as well.
Right.
But we won't go down that road because you don't like it. You think it's blaspheming.
No, I don't.
And they're not gods, are they? So it's not blaspheming.
We're what we are.
Well,
anyway, what I rang up to find out was how you are.
I've just told you, they tried to kill me.
When?
They tried to cause a blood clot in the main vein going to the heart.
And apart from that, what...
Now they're playing fear games.
That they were going to give you?
Pardon?
Are you doing this course yet that they were going to give you?
What course?
Well, I thought there was something about meeting up with other people or something when you...
Oh, the court set-up case, you mean?
Yeah, does that happen now?
Well, I'm not an alcoholic. I don't need to go to meetings, do I? I don't need to discuss things and be probed by the state, do I?
It's not happening then.
Why would the state want to probe my mind is more to the point. And I've got a bolshy lady saying I owe them 25 days. Really?
5 days of what?
25 days. Well, work apparently, and I'm disabled. So how's she going to trick me into that?
I thought told you wouldn't have to do work.
Well, that's right. That's what the judge said, but he was a bloke.
Well, then
you've got the bolshy woman pushing the work agenda while I'm being sent paperwork about victim awareness when there was no victim. The man tried to punch me and he got a fucking ding for it.
That's right.
Well, that's what I said, that's right, but, you know, their opinion was, well, you didn't have to do that, didn't I? The guy tried to kill me. The man gassed me in my own bedroom, deliberately. And it cost the life of my dog, the second dog. And then he tried to weed killer Roxy's area, who was again sick yesterday, after leaning up and barking at him. But I caught it all on video, because it makes the state look stupid and their legal system, when really it was set up using the Investigatory Powers Act, like I've said all along, which has to be sanctioned by the local Conservative MP, has to be authorised. And then the council gets to use actors inserted around you in your life to set you up to either section, imprison, or kill you. Remember me telling you that?
We've had the court case and everything.
Yeah, but that's what these civil servants have been up to, and they've been caught doing it. Funny that, isn't it? And I proved it. So now, because it's public and gone round the world, why would they try to kill me?
Have you seen anything with Jack?
Of course I have.
Good. Do you see Lee from time to time?
I speak to him because, you know, there's the stupid civil servants trying to stop everybody from having human contact, aren't they?
Of course, yeah. But that's easing off now, thank goodness. So,
Is it? Oh yeah, everything's being proved fake, isn't it? Even the vaccine. Even the Prime Minister admitted yesterday. He admitted it yesterday.
you know I never agree with you.
He admitted it yesterday in a video. He admitted can't meet indoors because it doesn't give 100% protection. Of course it doesn't, because a virus evolves, doesn't it? So once you make a vaccine for a virus, within a week it's already evolved, so it doesn't work. Simple as that.
It does work too.
No, it doesn't work, because it's an evolving virus. It's a flu virus. It's a flu virus. But I bet you, if we cut through all the bullshit, they're probably all invested in the companies that are making the vaccines. So everybody has to have it because they want paying.
Yeah.
Because it's corrupt, isn't it?
Money.
That's right, corrupt system in this country.
I'd rather have the vaccine that I've worked hard all my life to pay towards the National Health System and
All right.
a better chance if I caught COVID.
Well, you paid your protection money to the gangsters, I suppose, so you get what they deserve, they think you deserve.
It's nice that you work, you pay towards it.
Yeah, that's protection money, gangsterism, mum.
Well, if you put it that way, I don't put it that way.
Well, ruled by consent of Rome, eh? Tributes. Tributes is just protection money, isn't it?
Did you have that lovely warm weather up there that we had a few days ago?
Of course we did.
Yeah, really hot, wasn't it?
It was, yes.
That was not so hot today, though.
No, that's right. So people are getting sniffly noses, aren't they, while they ramp up the fair again?
I had a surprise yesterday that Norman and Lily May came over on the bus and
Oh, yeah.
I sit there and then there's a tap on the window and there they are. They went over as a surprise. So we had some lunch and then we went just for a little walk around about the town. Up
Yeah.
and down like you do.
Uh-huh.
It was nice to see them. Nice that they came going over there tomorrow for Easter dinner. So that'd be nice.
Yeah. Well, I just thought I'd tell you that the chest pains have now subsided, so that failed.
Pains from when? After the injection?
No, while I was talking to you just then.
Eh?
While I was talking to you just then.
Well, you had chest pains then?
Well, yeah, just after I talked about the blood clot.
Oh, right.
So, how's your house looking now anyway? Your landlord's still okay?
Yeah.
Right, so I just told someone, a family member, that they botched a blood test. And the person decided to try and use that knowledge to do her thing, which isn't the first time it's been done. So I started getting the chest pains around the heart area. I've already spoken to my father about it. Why would a family member do that to another family member? Is the question that I asked. Right? Yeah, I'm just looking at the screen up there. So when you see me look up there, that's what I'm looking at. It's one of those things that some people can do those sort of things in life. Some people call it vexing, some people call it other things. You know, if it's being done by a church person, what do you call that? Because that's the reason I don't have anything to do with state religion anymore. Because it was used on me as a child as a control measure. While being medicated. Because I was a hyperactive child. And the other parent didn't like me being like my other parent, if you see what I mean. Funny how women do that, isn't it? Not all women, but some women. They couldn't live with the father, so they punished the child. So, you know, why did I use all that caffeine? Java caffeine at that. Knowing it was going to mess me up physically because of the disability. How else would you wash a blood clot out of your vein, from inside your vein? Without flushing your vein with something else, whether it be saline or something else, just to shift it. Only way you can shift it before it turns into a blood clot is to make yourself go super duper hyper, which the body doesn't like anymore anyway because it's getting old. It just can't handle it anymore. But it gets the blood pumping twice as fast, which naturally flushes through your artery, doesn't it? And any clot that's forming breaks it down before it gets a chance to form. So that was the mentality behind that. So when I show myself laying a few turfs, what, for an hour, so I burnt off that hour's worth of coffee that I had this morning, and then I'm fucked up, can't move my knuckles properly. I've triggered the arthritis in my hands, my lower back, hip area. Yeah, well, you can see me sitting on the sofa, feet up, slippers on. Now you're going to see what allowed me to do it. This is going to be a bit, well, it's not rude because I've got layers on. So I'll just show you. It's the best way to describe it. All right, just show you. Right, this is what's underneath the layers that I was wearing in the garden. On back support, I've got thermal leggings on, so my lower back hip support, which pulls the hips in and keeps them all tight and straight. Then there's these, what I took off earlier. Under an outer pair of socks, please. Obviously, belly. Stops the draft going down my neck. So, that's what I have to do just to go and do a little bit of whatever in the garden. All right. My son's a bit worried about it in case Pip tried to use it as evidence against me. But as you can see, I'm not out on my bike now because I can't do that now. I'm not doing housework because I'm laid up again, at least for a few hours, if not a day. I might have another go tomorrow morning, try and do another layer of it. Don't need to go out and do any shopping tomorrow. All I need to do is pop to the local shop, which I can't walk that distance anymore, so I use a bike to get there. If I use a bike to go and do my shopping run, I'm then laid up for 2 or 3 days. Unless I super duper hyper up again just to do the chores what I need to do, which is just making the problem worse. It's never ending. So that's the position I'm in life now. I do a bit of this, a bit of glossing or something. This is just around the house, not for other people, just for myself, just so I have some sort of living standard. She's in there in the wall. I don't have to have super duper heating on at the moment because I just plug the radiator in there for half an hour if I need to. Just to keep this small room. Just to keep this small room. The camera angle. Just to keep the. I've forgotten what I was going to say now. Anyway, you get the picture. of having to put online now how I have to live my life because everything's spied in on and monitored. So that's the reason why I'm putting it online in videos, because it saves them coming kicking your door in to have a look around your house. It saves them using neighbours. Let's just have a look, see if we can catch her doing it. Saves someone watching me from a window at the back of the house while I'm doing it, because I'm actually filming it. And that's all I've got done. So, a couple of turfs there, an hour's worth of work. Then I'm resting up for the rest of the day. Right. So I'm going to take the dog out in the garden in a minute. Now that's charged up. Go and sit out in the garden with the dog for a minute. The full video of that, that's just me having a conversation with my mother. I don't need to it's not that one.
You said you never lied to me.
I do. I think that's what's that, 59 minutes. I think that's the one I wanted to play. Let's just recheck that. See if it's this one instead.
Somebody should have told me. Life can treat you really cold, man. A lot of love that people show me. But when they go, I'm hella lonely. Somebody should have told me. Life can treat you really cold, man. A lot of love that people show me.
That'll be that one then. An hour mix.
You said you never lied to me. You said I'd be your only one. This is a Northwest production. When my hair started, Park told you on a fine line. Everybody has a dark side. I feel embarrassed when they see mine. Rain falling from my dark side.
Neutron.
Crowds partying, but it's all lies. Shouldn't I see the sunshine now? Wonder how I look in God's eyes. Am I a good person or a lost one? Will it still worth it when I'm all done? Will I feel ashamed of life? Will the pain vanish or will more come? Will I stay numb or regain love? Maybe someday have a taste of freedom. Will I take the poison out of my blood and just leave it to my lungs? I know, I should let you go. Hit it from the cold, you leave me alone.
Better pause that or I'll get copyright striked, even though it's a remix version. Yeah, that was the last picture of Snatch. who suffered from being gassed. It ended up affecting her health that much that she slowly died before my eyes, quickly over a couple of months. And my last memory of her, as I took Roxy out in the garden, when we came indoors, Snatch wasn't breathing. This was from the carbon monoxide poisoning, the same as what I endured as well from the next door neighbour, that side, man that set me up in court. My last memory of my beloved dog was seeing her jaws like this, her eyes shut. As soon as I got my finger in her mouth to open her airway, she took a gulp of breath, her eyes opened, she saw me, and then she died. So every time I hear that petrol strimmer start up, what's it doing to me? It's PTSD, isn't it? It's making me relive it over and over again. Torture by a state-sponsored actor placed into my life to cause these problems around me. Boomer, when he was dying, he'd literally cry every time I had to leave the house. And I thought he was just being anxious and that. No, he was being tortured by the same cunt every time I left the house. These are the things what never came out in court because they simply weren't interested in the fact that a sweet old man tried to kill me and my dogs. And then third attempt, he tried to kill my grandson's dog, for fuck's sake. That's why her shekels come up every time she sees him. She literally wants to rip his fucking face off. But she's under control. She's an under control dog. So, you know. Where's my cigarette? Touch the raw nerve talking about it. It's good. But what do? You just fill in their victim awareness paperwork because he's the victim when really he's the perpetrator. Can you see how fucked up and corrupt this world is? And I don't like looking people in the eye because I get so fucking angry when people don't believe what I'm telling them. So I'd rather just not look. Simple as that. I look away or look near their face. Very rarely do I want people looking in my eyes. Because they see the pain and the suffering. And the unscrupulous ones pick on that. And they try to make it worse. They try to push and push and push until you get a reaction. Or until they can make you flip out to either section, in prison, or whatever the state wants them to do to you. Because it's all about information. You know, why did that court case want access to my full medical record? And then start affecting and putting the PIP renewal claim straight after the court case, after the state and the local council, who abused the Investigatory Powers Act, got access to my full medical record, which proved that I wasn't defrauding the state. So then, once they worked out they didn't have a leg to stand on, that all the evidence was in fact correct, and I wasn't fucking lying or swinging the lead, what did they do? Oh, we're going to threaten you with prison. Okay. Watch me die in front of you then. So I drank a bottle of orange juice with 40 crushed up dihydrocodeine, 60ml time release in it, knowing damn well they was then on a timer, and I would have died in their custody if I was held against my will. Oh right, that doesn't work then. Right, well we'll delay it for a couple of weeks for sentencing and reports. Okay, you do that. So what did they do next? When I threatened to do exactly the same thing, because they was already monitoring my social media accounts, any streams that I visit, my mobile, my home telephone line. So I've had no private legal counsel all the way through because they've been spying in on it. Which aided who? Didn't aid us, did it? It aided the state. So I'm just checking it's still live. Yeah. What more can I say about that, really? These are the devious lengths that the state go to get you back in the system when you've not been part of it for years and years and years. And you haven't committed any crime, you haven't sold any drugs, you haven't done anything wrong. All you've done is work for your kids. And then when you become disabled, they try to trick you back into being able to either work or serve. And unfortunately, they sneaked a bit of word changing into the benefit system, part of their war planning. Every UK male or person in the UK of working age must be made fit to, third word, to be amended at a future date. So when they came round with the form, wanted me to sign it, I refused to sign it. They couldn't change the benefits because I was already under contract on the benefit I was on, which was ESA. After I caught them out on that one with a trick word change again, changing it from incapacity benefit to employment support allowance. Changing it from incapacity benefit to employment support allowance. Minor change, you might think, but slightest legal word change in a contract ties you to a different set of rules. Anyway, I caught that one, and they then tried to mess that up by running down the contract. So the DSS overrid Capita and said, no, we're not having that. He's already said to us ahead of time that you was going to do it, you did it. So now I've been given so many days to fill this form in. So I'm taking my time, logging everything, either in video that I can go back to and then put on the form before I send it in. Right? Because the state's got access to my full medical record up until the court date. So everything that's been logged with the doctors from that court date, including the overdoses in court, everything else, and the reason why I did it, all goes on that as well. Every fraud that the government's taking on my benefits, whether it be by the local council and their spare bedroom tax, when this isn't a bedroom, it's now a computer room. And it's in use, so it's not a spare room, is it? So every time they steal money from me, out of my benefits, what my ancestors worked hard to pay in for these occasions, is affecting my health further and my mobility, because it's not allowing me to have the help that I need out of my benefits, because they're defrauding it back in some tax con, which is tax fraud by the government. And they've got the nerve to even suspect that we're defrauding them. And that's how they use the Investigatory Powers Act. It's in the government's own codes of use on their website if you want to go and look it up. Right? They can ask for the Investigatory Powers Act to be used if they suspect a crime. Suspect a crime. So, what we've done, 42 minutes. I'm not doing it for views, likes, or anything else. This is just being put out there because it needs to be put out there. Because there's other people thinking, how are they doing all this shit? And why are they doing it? Well, there you go. I'm living it. This is what they've been doing to me. If somebody else sees this and thinks, hang on a minute, I've had that. Fair play to you. There you go. Now you know what's behind it. Now you know what to do about it. Be very careful when they come for you, because that's the position I'm in now. They threatened to sell a child in my family. This was a judge. So I said, yeah, okay. You want me to go and face them, do you? Knowing full well that they threatened to sell that child. Well, that's not going to go very well, is it? Because I'm the type of person, if I did get something like COVID, I'd go there and give it to all them dirty little disgusting pedos and wipe them all out in one hit. So they never did let me go to that court date. Instead, they chose to deal with it in this city, and I got a £300 fine for defending myself against someone trying to punch me, who'd also tried to kill me. But he's the victim, right? What a fucking joke this land is. What a fucking joke. So there you go. It is what it is. There's no hidden agenda. If I need, if the dog needs to be bred, the dog needs to be bred. No other reason behind it. What can I say? Oh, COVID hair. You want to see a COVID haircut, do you? There you go. That's what I keep an hat on. And these are reactor-like glasses. I don't hide behind sunglasses. They go very dark when I'm outside, but there you go. Haven't seen any snow yet. Let's just have a quick nosy on that. I'll spin the camera around. Not a lot going on with that, unless you want. Well, there is activity on it, but not on the top line. There's the earthquakes on the UK. Parent he didn't want me to leave the country, so I get a set up court case against me to stop me leaving the country. How about that? Now they get pissed off when I expose it or if I talk about it. But that's kind of tough shit, isn't it, really? Shouldn't fucking set me up. Shouldn't have tried to kill my dreams. And then I wouldn't have spent so much time and attention trying to work it all out. Even learning from other people and how their lives were being messed up. Which helped me then work out the last of the puzzle, what was going on in my own life. So there you go. Roxy's busy snoring away. As you can hear, I'm still hyperactive, but yawning, which is a good sign. And that's with 3 scoops of Java. So you didn't need medicating for being hyperactive at all, even as a child. What does a hyperactive child need when they're hyperactive? Go burn that energy off, same as with a dog, literally. So a little bit of pottering about in the garden, what's that for? Can't work. Jobs have still got to be done, haven't they? Chores have still got to be done around the house. I live on my own, who's going to do it for me? The dog? My kids? My grandkids? So where are they helping? Where's my strong fit family helping? Can you see him anywhere? There you go. So who's got to do it? And it's messing my body up further until I can't do it. And then they'll win and say, yeah, you could have been in another country. Yeah, but I would have been fucking happy around people that loved me doing what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. Now I'm being held against my will in a country by a state that I know what they are. And they just disgust me, they make me sick, literally. So I could have been living in peace in another country by now, with friends and family around me while I live out the last of my life. So excuse me if I say, fuck you, Your Majesty, and your corrupt system. Like the anarchist that I re-educated myself when I left state education. So cheers, Steve Ignorant and Chris. You opened my eyes. Before that, it was all, Sunday school, church, believe in the country and the state and how wonderful they all are. And then, boom, along comes a band like Crass, singing about things you had absolutely no idea of. And then as you grow from that, you start seeing it all playing out in front of you and you think, bloody hell. There you go, that's why I'm not like they tried to teach me to be at school. I know what my taxes have been supporting when I was able to work. When I was helping to build this country up. I'm crap. money always kept in my place. Now I know why. So even going and getting a little bit of herb for the pain, which there's none in that, because it's not safe for me to go and do that, even though I've got my doctor's full support. Because even then, this lockdown was only about clamping down on herbal remedies, shall we say, not pharmaceutical injections. Because that's the way Matt Wanksock described it, wasn't it? It's all about doctors prescribing medications. You can't go and source your own medication when you can't go to the doctors because they're shut. Or you're playing straight into their hands because they're monitoring your phones and everything else. Until you catch them doing it and then point it out to people. And then all they can do is sit back from a further distance and try and watch. Or come and harass you at your home if they think you're taking the piss with them. They know all about me learning from other channels in different countries about growing and even making my own CBD oil if I needed to, with THC in it, unlike the TaxCon version we get sold in this country. And they know I can do that. So they try to attack that man, shut down his knowledge reach in the UK. Because it's affecting UK income, isn't it? UK PLC, which gives them just cause to, what was it? Target people in the UK and abroad. And the guy's area, what he lives in, goes up in flames. Well, that was pretty random, wasn't it? And then you get someone from the same family moved to that area after getting chased out of Canada. But I see the long game. Plant a seed in another country that one day gets the colony back. You can rule them as a president. Oh, did I say the wrong thing? Oh, they will be pissed in America now. Quite rightly so, and all. So, they're playing with my life, targeting my life. And they don't like it when I start messing with their lives back. And I'm talking about the top of the tree. I'm not talking about individuals like me or people watching online. I'm talking about the top of the tree. I've had attempts to try and provoke me into slipping up for reasons of sectioning. Then I had them try to imprison me. What's next on the list? The blood test. The attempt to kill me. Very discreetly done, but there you go. Why they feel so threatened, I don't know, but might as well use that, eh? Because there must be something more to it, and I suspect it's got something to do with the tests I had as a child in London. And I want to know what that was. And every time I tried to find out, the conversation gets shut down, and as you heard, gets switched to something else. Someone's very adept at doing that. So, but I will get to the bottom of it eventually. There's a memory I'm blocking. I'm trying to unblock. I've got most of it, except for the Y. But eventually, my mind's going to unblock it all. And if it's something bad, it's going to change me. There's not many reasons your mind will put up a barrier and block you from accessing it. So I don't know what it is, what it was, but I am going to find out. The recording the call with a family member like that was just to prove to another family member that's been told I'm mad and always had problems and shouldn't really take too much notice of what he's been saying. You know, so I had to prove it, and that was the only way I could prove it. Okay, so yeah, I'm about done now. I've been sitting here for an hour or so just chatting, and being honest and forthright as much as I could be. Obviously I've had to hold back certain details because otherwise certain family members are going to go, what the fuck, you can't say things like that. Yeah, well, I did. But stuff I heard with my own ears, a judge threatening a fucking innocent child, threatening to sell him into their paedophile network. I threatened to kill every last one of them. With a virus that they're claiming is a killer. So basically their own fear game got used against them, didn't it? A bit like holding up a mirror, isn't it? Every time they try to make you afraid with something, you just hold up a mirror and reflect it straight back at them. See what I'm saying now? Anyway, good luck to you all, good health to you, be safe. And I'm not talking about their silly games, I'm talking about be safe in life if you recognise some of these things going on in your own life. Okay, take care everyone, bye.